only been told half of the truth, the good part. You're about to find out the bad and ugly. My name is Arvin Haddad. I'm the how to buy a mansion guy at Critique Over 1,000 Mansion. This is what I do. Let's get started.
So about 8 months ago, I saw this photo on Instagram of this infinity edge pool looking at Lake Como. I had to dig up a little bit. I researched and I found this property. I was like, oh my God, this place is beautiful. I have to find a way to get in. They were open to the idea of us coming here to tour the property, but since we're already in Lake Como, I suggested that we stay here for a couple of the nights and we can give everybody the full experience. Lake Como is a magical place. Surrounded by majestic mountains and secluded villas, Como provides the perfect backdrop for experiencing Italy's natural beauty and culture. And nestled in the mountains, high above the lake, lies 𝗕𝗏𝗕. 3 days was all it took.
All right, let's take a look at this. The number one thing you recognize about this property, what is it? I'm going to give you 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. If you're a subscriber, you would have known. Look at the height to width ratio. At best, it's equal, but it's mostly like a kind of a tiny, base with a lot more height than you have width. And you should already know right off the bat, when you see a property like this, it's going to have a circular layout. There's going to be a center and it's going to be room to room to room, right? So that's already note. It's not going to have an open layout. The second aspect that you can already tell is the color palette, right? You have a lot of retaining wall, old school, stones, which is gray. And the house is also gray. To me, again, it's not the most appealing facade. The facade actually itself is masculine, but the color is just, I don't know. It to me kind of looks a little melancholy, a little sad. They could have done a little bit better with, painting the exterior of the building some other color that makes a better blend with the nature and not so sad, shall we say.
Whatever it was that made this experience unforgettable lies within the magical grounds of 𝗕𝗏𝗕. So I feel like at these shoots, we never get to enjoy the property because we're so focused on shooting the property. And that's why I thought it was a good idea to bring Natasha and Maria on. That way they can focus more on enjoying the property while we're doing the tour. And I think it worked out really well.
Did you notice that? The motor court was at a lower level, so you got to walk up the stairs to get to the front door. Small negative, but kind of expected in the hillside.
Welcome to 𝗕𝗏𝗕. Welcome to Lake Como. This property is situated on a 4.5-acre lot, beautiful grounds, breathtaking views, and this is the main staircase that brings you to the entry of this home. This terrace wraps around the main floor. It was built in 1909 by the 𝗕𝗏𝗕 family. It's an authentic Liberty style.
All right, let's talk about Liberty style architecture. It was popular around Rome, mostly in Italy. But it's also an interior style of decorating. It kind of went together. But if you look at most of properties in Liberty architecture, they pretty much have that, small base and up. And that's not really, by chance. It's the fact that there's just lack of space in the city centers and the areas around Rome where they didn't have enough land and they had to build up. So you get these kind of apartment building structures instead of kind of a mansion style, wide, broad, open spaces, right? And you can kind of see that, the vertical windows and columns, and they just kind of give this majestic vertical look. But that comes as an expense where you didn't really have to build this architecture over here because you had plenty of land. Again, some of it is flat, some of it is not flat, but you could have certainly gone wider and built something. But again, this was built like 100 years ago. So there's so much we can fault them, with everything they had back then.
And even though it was built in 1909, it recently went through a major remodel and restoration. And the property looks gorgeous both on the exterior and on the interior. Now, coming this way, we have the entry, beautiful terrazzo and mosaic floors. Then we have the double doors opening up to the entry hallway And the first detail I want to talk about here.
Okay, this is your wow factor, okay? Not so impressive. Really, the mosaic tile is the wow factor, which is very authentic looking. I think it's newer. I'm not sure if it's really old, but they've done a very good job of preserving it or whatever, bring it to life, that oldness. It's decent. It has a good space in it. But again, it doesn't have that. You don't see the depth of the yard. You don't see the view. Your back is to the view.
We have terrazzo and mosaic tiles, all hand laid, established in 1909. I really like the floor pattern here. Then we have stucco walls, fresco on the ceiling, and this entry sets a great...
Look at this Italian fresco, okay? Now, if you're a subscriber to the channel, you've seen my 𝗕𝗓 𝗕ș𝗸𝗂, office building where it has American, paintings and cupids. Oh my God, look at... Okay, Cupid is a lot skinnier than these. These are the biggest, largest American cupids I've ever seen. That's a crazy video, but he keeps saying, very similar to Italy and France. That's the American style. This is the Italian fresco paintings that you should see. Very elegant, well spaced, not too busy. It has this three-dimensional aspect to it, even though it's flat, right? It makes you feel like it's 3D. That's a classic piece, right? And the cupids are, regular size cupids, not like Costco American. So if you haven't seen that video, you have to watch it. If you're a subscriber, head it up, watch it after this video.
For the rest of the house, before we continue our tour, I want to talk about the specs of this property. We have 8 bedrooms, 9 bathrooms, 1,231 square meters of interior space. This house is not on the market for sale, but it is available for short-term rentals or...
I always feel like it's for sale. When they say it's not for sale, it's really for sale. They just want to, negotiate from position of strength, right? Because now you have to come convince me that I should sell it. But again, it's supposedly for Airbnb.
That's it for the entry. I want to continue our tour on this side. We have these double doors opening up to the study.
All right. See, I don't have a problem with traditional layout. It's fine if you've got a good foyer and then you got room around it, as long as the rooms have that scale and grandeur, right? Like they have that element that you would want to hang out with it and not feel so small. And everything comes to the price point, right? How much they're really asking. But for example, this room is pretty small for 30 million, euros. It doesn't have that grandeur that you would expect. The scale is not there. The ceiling heights are there. The width is not there.
Beautiful green tones, built-in seating on this side, table in the center, 2 chairs. Then we have built-in cabinetry with a TV. And if you want more of the minimalist look, or if you want access to your library, you just slide this panel here. By the way, that's where we have the built-in desk. Or you can just slide this panel here, cover the TV, and that's your secondary bookshelf. Really nice. Now, we have windows on this side facing the back of the property, French doors opening up to the wraparound terrace, overall beautiful space, another ceiling fresco. It's just a great library. Now, let's go back to the entry so we can continue our tour. Right on the other side, we have double doors opening up to a very cozy seating area.
Okay, cozy is really putting it nice. This is super narrow. This is like bad for your eyes if you're about to watch TV over here, right? Super, super narrow. Again, I'm not impressed by the scale, but you should have seen that coming.
Padded walls, curved ceiling, L-shaped couch, terrazzo floors, French doors opening up to the terrace. This time we're facing the south towards the lake, and our views are fantastic throughout. Furniture here looks beautiful. Inside of this cabinet, we have the TV, so I wanted to mention that. Overall, very warm, very cozy, and we have heated floors here, and we have heated floors throughout all levels. Now, these doors open up to the lounge. This is your formal seating area, and it looks phenomenal. Furniture here is beautiful.
Okay, again, the great room is small, but I have to make a comment about the furniture. It's spot on. Italian furniture, some of these are vintage pieces. It's just so beautiful. It's so beautifully decored, and I really like the pieces. It's not obnoxious. It's not in your face. If you know furniture, you would recognize some of these pieces. They are just very elegant, very subtle. It's interesting where the kind of a paneling has this kind of Japanese inspired elements. Even the paintings kind of give me that vibe. But again, the volume of the room, so far, ground level, I'm not impressed. It doesn't, you know, when I look at space, I'm like, how long would I want to spend time in that space? And so far, I've seen 3 rooms. None of them were inspiring, you know, giving the, you know, Lake Como vibe, at least. It's just, you know, didn't have that grandeur. It's just smaller spaces where, you know, they were not so appealing to me.
We have wood and textile paneling on the back. That art lighting there looks beautiful. Curved ceilings, ton of natural light coming in.
You can see how narrow that is. Again, this does not look like a grand villa to me.
And we have a fireplace on this side to cozy up the room. And I want to talk about some of the details here. Mikey, can we get a close-up? They used terrazzo to build the walls around the fireplace, and they curved it beautifully. On the bottom, we have this marble piece, and the fabrication, curvature, looks stunning. And we're gonna see these curved lines throughout the property with the accessories, furniture, and details. I wanted to mention that. Now, we have this section opening back to the entry hallway, but before we go there, I wanna take everybody this way. We have a Steinway & Sons piano, French doors opening up to the terrace. In fact, let's take everybody outside. I am so excited to be here. Look at these views. I mean, it's phenomenal. These views are breathtaking.
All right, let's talk about the views. Strategically speaking, the house is positioned perfectly. You see, you know, where the lake breaks, right? So you have kind of both sides of the lake. You can see this angle and this angle is, you know, you're like a kind of a corner lot here, right? You're looking at both of them. The number one thing I want you to pay attention is you see this view if you're standing up. Okay, pay attention to all the rooms where when you're sitting down, there's no way in hell you would see the lake. You would see the tippity top of the mountains, and that's 20%, and then 80% is going to be sky. So the view is absolutely insane, beautiful, but at the edge of the terrace, or if you're standing up very close to the window of the property. And that's important because for 30 million pounds or dollars, you could purchase a lakeside property. And a lakeside property, you could sit in your living room and have the lake view, and, you know, have a dock where you can just jump in the boat, go travel, go to the other side, and really have that, you know, because traveling from one side of the lake to the other side of the lake is a nightmare if you want to drive. So you have to use boats. And for you living all the way up here, you're going to be somewhat stuck, and you have to, you know, commute 15, 20 minutes to get to the base, and then rent a boat, and then go to the other side if you want to go to the village across the hill or across the lake. And that's going to be a big annoyance. Now, also the views from the lake level are going to be quite different, where you're going to see significantly more water and you're going to see the mountains. Now, I'm going to give you 3 seconds to do a counter argument to what I just told you. What is the downfall of a lake house compared to this in the view? 3, 2, 1. Natural light. See, when you're at the base of the mountain and the valley, these mountains are going to block the sun in certain hours during the day. As to when you're all the way up over here, you're going to get a lot of natural light coming because you don't have the mountains blocking it. So it's going to be a lot more lit. It's going to be a lot more open. When it comes to valuations, right? Let's talk about what's more expensive. Think about it. You could have this view at elevations of, you know, 1,000 feet, 900 feet, 800 feet, exact location. If you just go down the mountain, you could have very similar views to this property, multiple places. But when you're talking about supply and demand, you can't have 2 houses on the lake, right? There's only 1 house is going to be on the lake. So when you're, you know, looking at hillside properties, and the reason I don't rate hillside properties as much as, you know, on the flats, on the ground level, is because you could build a lot more properties on the hills, right? There's just a lot more supply of land, as to on the lake level, it's a limited amount of flat land where you could build, and that decreases the supply, where your property becomes more valuable.
Let's take everybody back inside so we can continue our tour. Again, this lounge is stunning. Let's go back to the entry hallway. I want to establish the main staircase, which is right here. It goes up all the way to the 3rd floor, and it also goes down to the lower level where we have the staff quarters. This entry hallway takes you to the elevator landing. We have this door here opening up to a powder room for this level. And yeah, back to the entry. Now let's continue this way. We have these doors opening up to the kitchen. Off of the entry, we have a breakfast nook, built-in leather seating, solid wood table, and on the other side, we have some base cabinets, sink, fridge, upper cabinets above, and coming this way, right in the center, we got this gorgeous island. Now, even though this is a rental property, I'm gonna talk about its architectural details because this is one of the coolest homes we've ever toured on our channel. And I don't think I've ever said this before, but I feel like if I were to design myself a house, it will look kind of like this. I love terrazzo floors. I love beautiful wood textures and the way ceilings are curved, mood lighting, how curated the furniture and accessories are. I feel like this house really represents me well.
Yeah, it's really warm and it feels really like usable. You know what I mean?
You feel very comfortable being here.
Yeah.
I feel like we don't really want to go back to LA anymore.
Not at all.
Yeah, just move the headquarters to Lake Como. So we have the island right in the center.
All right, let's pause it right here. Again, a very narrow kitchen. Again, the color palette is a very neutral, timeless. This is not going to get old, right? You get, terrazzo floors and, the elements that they're using are just, ageless. They're going to be relevant all the time. So it's very smart use of material. It's just that the palette is just, brown and beige. Plants would have looked a lot better here. Like a, green pop would have really brought the space to life. Again, very easy fix. But I have to say, none of the spaces downstairs is really inspiring to me. I love the furniture, I love everything about it, but none of the spaces I'm like, oh wow, I would want to spend the whole time there. There are limited amount of windows looking out, and then the views are just from this level. You're only getting, you got to go to the edge to get the view. So yeah, I'm not impressed by the first floor.
Terrazzo countertops, you can see these terrazzo columns that frames this island, and I talked about the curved lines. Look at the cabinetry here with open shelving. It's all curved, it looks very elegant. We have the gas cooktop here, built-in appliances on this side, French doors opening up to the terrace. Then you have windows here facing the village on the back, your main sink, dishwasher, warm tones.
That is a really small sink, I just noticed. Yeah. Again, you see a little bit of green outside, but they could have introduced some vegetables over here, hanging vegetables, fruits on the table, to kind of bring it a little bit of life to it. I'm not getting the, fun Italian vibe. I'm getting kind of a apartment in Rome, a hustle and bustle vibe. Architecturally beautiful, material use is very cohesive. They come together. I want to feel vacation. I'm not getting that vacation vibe.
I really like this kitchen, and also I really like these glazed pink square tiles on the back that runs all the way to the breakfast nook, and I just like the pink tones. It has a kind of an Art Deco feel to it.
Yeah, I don't know, is it pink or is it like, is the light just making it look like that?
It's like light pink.
It almost looks...
It's not light pink. This is beige. Maybe there's some reflections off the counters, throwing some pink in there, or the light, but it's totally beige to me.
We have this opening taking us to the formal dining room. Beautiful solid wood table right in the center, seating for 12, gorgeous chandelier above. We have French doors opening up to the wraparound terrace, and this is where we have our meals. This is where we have our lunches, dinners. It's a phenomenal space.
I love the furniture. Art, not so much. I think they've really kind of went a little too much with the art. They could have brought a little bit of happiness. Again, I'm not getting that happy vibe in this villa, right? There's very small things they could have done to kind of bring a little bit of a charm and happiness to it. And the furniture is sophisticated and heavy enough, right? In their presence. Art could have really brought a little bit more life to this space. Again, love the furniture, love the decor, the art not so much, and the spacing is just, again, none of the rooms are really inspiring. If I'm in Italy, in Lake Como, I'm not inspired by this dining room. I'm not getting, vacation vibes, holiday vibes at all.
Really nice. We need to try that outdoor seating area at some point.
It was raining yesterday.
Yeah.
Like this would have been nice if there were market lights on it. You would have put like some citrus trees, big vases, multiple citrus trees around, bring that natural element in there. Maybe big vases with the olive tree. This is, again, not inspiring so much. They should have done a lot more with this space. And this is, outdoor dining is a big part of it, right? For summertime, especially.
I really like these leather wrap chairs. They really complement the dining area here. Terrazzo floors, brass inlays, built-in cabinetry on this side. Really nice dining area. Now, let's go this way. We have these double doors opening up to the sunroom, and I want to talk about the steel-cased window assembly here. Look at the curved lines, the fabrication around the corner. French doors right in the center, opening back up to the terrace to these breathtaking views. And on this side, we have double doors opening back up to the lounge where we have the piano. And lastly, we have the staircase here, taking us down to the lower level where we have the gym. This is a phenomenal space, hardwood floors, sliding glass doors, open up to these views. We have this door that leads us to the steam shower, your stationary bike, gym equipment, rowing machine, and we have this door opening up to your powder bathroom. And now, Mikey, why don't we take everybody this way so we can talk about these views. Sliding glass doors open up. This stacked stone.
You see, the view makes a lot more sense when it's open, right? But windows, this area is completely open, so you get to see the lake from a lower angle. But inside the house, where there's a wall and the window would be somewhere in the middle, you're just gonna see the mountain. You're not gonna see the lake. The view really works over here because there's just no walls, right? It's just the railing there, so you get to see the view looking down. Very cool use of space. I would have liked to see a sauna over here, meditation center. It would have been really, really cool if they had a built-in sauna that opened up to this view.
I feel like at these shoots, we never get to enjoy the property because we're so focused on shooting the property. And that's why I thought it was a good idea to bring Natasha and Maya on. That way they can focus more on enjoying the property while we're doing the tour. And I think it worked out really well.
Okay, I heard there was a tree house, and I love tree houses. If I could live in a tree house, I would live in a tree house. That's how much I love it.
Look at the tree in front as well, Josh. Look up.
I know.
Have you seen that tree that's got? Oh.
It's got a little bed. Yeah, I need to calm down because this is my childhood dream coming true. I'm not even interested in the house anymore.
Really cool. I mean, kids will love it. It's rare to have this much land on top of a hill, even though it doesn't have a flat topography, but it's still usable and a great use of space. They've put a tree house. You got to keep the kids busy, right? The kids are not going to enjoy the views as much as you are. You got to keep them busy with the maids and everything, and you know, with the housekeepers and the babysitters, have them things to do so you can go jump on a boat, go to different restaurants, hang out, and kind of enjoy your time if you're vacationing over here. Great use of space.
Giovanni, you good?
I'm far away from being good right now.
Really cool night view to get a little light, you know, all the city, like your village lights. Cool view.
Now let's go check out the first floor of this property. We have 3 bedrooms on this level. I'm gonna start our tour with this one. Padded back wall, mood lighting above, curved ceiling. We have built-in cabinetry on this side, wood paneling to warm up the space. And then we have these French doors opening up this small balcony that faces the backside of the property where we have the small town. Really cozy space. We have the bed here. It's king size, but it's actually made out of 2 single beds. They're currently joined together. That way you can either.
I hate that when they do that. When they put 2 single beds and there's like a thing in the middle. I don't know why they do that in Europe. It's like the worst thing. I hate it. It's like so annoying when you think you got a double bed, but then they're 2 single. It's the worst thing. I hate it.
Have it like this, or you can separate it and sleep 2 people here. I think in total they can accommodate up to 18 people in this house. Cozy room. It gets better. We have these double doors opening up to the full bathroom, marble floors, marble walls. This bathroom is stunning. I mean, the finishes here. This freestanding tub with this modern brushed nickel tub.
Okay, so the marbles used over here, like you can see, there's 2 same size panel, and then there's like smaller ones. There's a line in between them. It's kind of weird where there's not a single slab that it's, you know, 1 piece or 2 piece, and they're different sizes, and then it's framed on top. Different. I don't know. I'm not loving it. But overall, you can see the spaces, the layout works for the bedrooms, because your expectations of regular bedrooms are not that much. But when you go translate that to downstairs, because it's pretty much the same layout on the 2nd floor and the 1st floor and the ground floor, the living spaces just, you know, you feel like you're in a bedroom. You don't have that space, right?
Then you have windows opening up to these views. Another private balcony, floors are heated. Then on this side you have your vanity and the fabrication here, curved corners, these recessed in sinks, brushed nickel fixtures, your mirror wall with wall sconces. I love the design elements of this house. It's so tasteful, it's so curated. We have a water closet here, and then wrapping around, we have this opening taking us to the walk-in shower. It's all marble clad, open design, moonlight.
Do you see what I'm saying? Like, they didn't measure the space right, and you know, like there's a narrow piece over here, and then they try to fix it by putting another narrow piece. These are not the same. Again, I don't see that as fantastic craftsmanship here.
Lighting above, brushed nickel fixtures, overall beautiful bathroom, and all the bathrooms in this house are just stunning.
Yeah, and all slightly different from each other.
Absolutely. All right, Michael, let's continue our tour. Right on the other side, we have another bedroom, warm wood paneling throughout, some built-in cabinetry here, and we have this door opening up to the second bedroom. This space...
See, again, it's a good space for a bedroom, but it's probably like this space is probably the library, right? It works for a bedroom, it doesn't work for a library.
King-size bed, again, padded back wall, fresco on the ceiling that gives so much character to this bedroom. Small desk setup, your couch. These windows are facing these unbelievable views. Just seeing the lake from this angle, from this elevation, it's hard to explain this. I hope our shots are doing justice to these views.
Yeah, these views are incredible. Obviously, we get very similar views from the floor above us, but on the opposite side of the house, those bedrooms get really cool views of this little village behind us.
Yes, and we'll see those views in a second. Now, I want to talk about a really unique architectural detail here. On the outside or outside of these windows, they have motorized shutters. They're nicely recessed into the walls, and let's hit it. Push of a button, you can close these shutters to black out the room, and on top of that, they make this incredible sound. It's hard for me to explain, but what a cool detail, huh?
Yeah, they have this really traditional look, but a little modern twist of them being fully automatic, you know?
They sound incredible.
Very cool, well executed.
And yeah, in the morning you just hit it, open up to these unbelievable views. And on top of that, this is also Mikey's room. So Mikey stays, and tell everybody how much you've been enjoying this room.
Yeah, nothing to complain about. I got up at 6:30 this morning, watched the sunrise. It was really cool.
Yeah, fantastic views. This is Mikey's room. Let's continue. Let's go check out your bathroom. We have these double doors opening up. We have marble throughout on the floors, on the walls, freestanding tub with a brushed nickel tub filler right next to these windows. These are fantastic. On the other side, we have the fabricated vanity with curved corners, 2 sinks. These brushed nickel fixtures are so tasteful, so contemporary. And on the other side of this vanity design, we have the walk-in shower. Rain head above, handheld.
Again, not impressed by the stonework over here. It's a nice palette of color. Like they've definitely got the palette right. It's consistent throughout the house. I like the round features they have, but none of the material used over here is like, you know, jaw-dropping, right? It's okay, and then the craftsmanship are questionable at some places. Like, why are they different tile slabs everywhere?
Even the built-in bench curves as it transitions to this wall here. On the other side, we have the water closet and bidet, and this section has shallow walls. That way, natural light can travel throughout the room. You have towel heaters. Very tasteful bathroom. Now, let's continue. It gets better. We have these doors opening up to another bedroom. We have 2 single beds here, wood paneled back wall, reading lights, ceiling fresco, windows facing the back, and to these views, there's actually another balcony here, and they designed it this way so it's perfect for families. Parents can stay on that side, kids can be here, and it's all connected. Overall, first floor of this property is stunning, and it's perfect for your guests. So we just toured the first floor of this property where Mikey and Giovanni were staying. Something that differentiates this property is the fact that first and second floors are totally dedicated to bedroom spaces.
Okay, first floor, the bedroom situation, I liked it. Well done. I think the size of the structure, the width of the structure really works for bedrooms, but not living spaces so far.
On the second floor, there's also a 1-bedroom suite facing the back of the property, a junior primary bedroom facing the lake. But in addition to these 2 bedrooms, second floor also houses the primary bedroom suite.
Wow, look at this. Now this is volume, okay? Now we're talking. Like, ceiling heights are okay, but look at the width. Now it's really starting to open up. I wish we had a space like this on the ground level, right? And we don't. It's kind of sad that on the ground level, you don't have any space that you would want to hang out. I feel like if you go over here, you would just want to stay in your bedroom because it's so nice. The bedrooms are fantastic.
This room is what differentiates this level from the level down below. Another king size bed. I really like the wood paneling on the back. Then same wood paneling continues to this side where we have a dresser with a marble countertop, built-in cabinetry for your closets, and above we have this beautiful ceiling fresco.
Okay, if Manny Hoshbin is watching this video, Manny, this is Italian fresco, not the one you have in your office. If you've not seen that video, click at the end of the video, become a subscriber, watch that video. It's hilarious. This office building that he claims is very Italian and he calls it Palazzo. You gotta watch it.
And some of the rooms also have ceiling frescoes. Some of them are newly painted, some of them are restored. I want to mention that. On top of that, this is where I stay. I've been really enjoying my time here. I got a beautiful lounging chair on this side. And Mikey, can we get a close-up? I'm gonna open up this window here so we can show everyone these incredible views. Look at this.
Pretty nice.
And I feel like we're gonna talk a lot about the views throughout this tour, but we have to, you know? And welcome to my bathroom. I love all the details here. These bathrooms are so tasteful, marble.
This is by far the nicest bathroom. As you can see, they're starting to use a single slab and book matching stuff. They went all out on the primary, but the other bathrooms were
All throughout, we got this beautiful book match slab here, built-in tub, brush nickel fixtures, and then you have this floating dressing table on this side, windows opening up to the side, and we have the same curved vanity design also in this bathroom, brush nickel fixtures, medicine cabinets right here.
I really like this marble. It's simple, it has enough veins, but there's a hint of purple in there. Just very subtle, very beautiful piece.
Exactly.
But they have it right here. It's gorgeous space, heated floors, heated towel racks, and it gets better. That's the water closet right there, all marble clad. And then you have this sliding glass door that opens up your walk-in shower. Look how beautiful this is. Brush nickel fixtures, your shampoo rack, so tasteful.
I like this. I gotta say I like my shower a little more though. You know?
Why? Because it's a little bit more open?
It has that openness to it, and it's like something about the color of the marble in there too.
I hear you, but I feel like
Mikey, you totally got screwed. Enes for sure got the better shower. It's far better, way better stone, way everything. In every aspect is this bathroom is better than the other bathroom.
Now, that's it for the bathroom. Right on the other side of this wall, we have some built-in cabinetry. We've been talking about these curved lines for a bit, and look at this cabinet.
That is very cool.
It's all curved. You have an open space here, I guess your dressing room, and then we have these French doors opening up to a private terrace for the primary bedroom suite. And this is my favorite part of this room. Look at these views. I feel like we've been talking about the views nonstop, but how do you not?
This is incredible. I feel like you need to put a desk out here or something.
And get some work done?
Yeah, this would be like your ideal workplace.
I mean, the scenery here is so beautiful. It's so peaceful.
It's really an amazing view when you think about it. Like the fact that you get both sides, like not that many houses can say that, right? Like you see both sides of the lake, the way it breaks, really cool.
I'm out of words. I mean, I really like this balcony. And this is it for the primary bedroom suite. Also, we have the same automatic shutters also in this room. Now, Michael, let's take everybody back to the landing so we can continue our tour. Back here, hardwood floors, built-in cabinetry, and then we have this hallway taking us to the third bedroom, and this is where Natasha and Mario stay.
Another great bedroom. You see how the bedrooms are fantastic? I feel like they're even bigger than the living spaces on the ground level. Again, bedrooms, fantastic. And you have 8 bedrooms. You have a huge piece of land. Great for multiple families to get together. Maybe 3 or 4 families could, join and divide the, expense of renting this place. So it would be somewhat reasonable. But again, the bedrooms are fantastic. So far, the best place to hang out is the bedrooms.
My favorite thing about this back wall is that you can actually close and open the shutters right from your bed.
Which was the first thing that you did this morning?
The first thing I did. I had to. It would be rude not to. But yeah, this room is absolutely stunning. The views are just incredible. There's also amazing inbuilt cabinetry. And then through here we've got the bathroom, which is
Ready, through here we have the bathroom.
And then through here we have the bathroom, which is just as impressive. Honestly, it's one of those things that you just see in magazines or something, and you're like, I don't believe that this is real, but it's real. So this is the bathroom. It's got beautiful marble on the wall, and the curved ceilings, and everything is just so nicely curved. Even this vanity set. Vanity?
Setup.
Okay. Even this vanity, and then you've got a walk-in shower with a little bench that you can sit down. This amazing bath, which I am not a bath taker, but I'm gonna take a bath because I just feel like...
Again, I'm not a big fan of the marble over here. It's a little bit too boring. It's very gray, and again, the craftsmanship is just not there. The only craftsmanship I've seen as far as marble work is in the primary bathroom.
The third floor of this property, this level is all about entertainment, multiple seating areas here. We have the game room on this side, billiard.
Okay, that's a pretty small billiard room, but I'm really glad there is a third floor because I couldn't see myself hanging out on the ground level.
Skylight above bringing natural light. And on this side, we have a small kitchenette where you have the sink, ice maker, multiple fridges, dishwasher, mood lighting, beautiful countertops. That way you can just grab your drink here, service this level without having to go down to the main level. Now, we have French doors opening up to a beautiful terrace bar that we will see in a bit. But first, I want to continue our tour with this bedroom suite. Now, this is the only bedroom we have on this level. Beautiful warm tones. Bed is situated on this side, reading lights. Then you have a small seating setup.
Do you notice how much natural light you're getting on top of the hill? By the lake, you're not gonna get that. Again, that's the counter argument to what I told you guys when, I personally would like to be on the lake. We'll talk about that at the end of the video, but you're getting so much natural light because there's no mountains blocking your view, and you get a hillside and you can see this old village behind you. Beautiful room. And again, I really like the ceiling heights even on the third level. It's really nice.
This lounging chair right next to these windows. Incredible views, built-in cabinetry for your closet space, hand-painted ceilings, room gets a ton of natural light, and right where Mikey is, we have a door opening up to a full bathroom with a walk-in shower, and that walk-in shower has a casement window that opens up to this terrace right here. Before we go outside, look how beautiful this staircase is. Marble threads, wood paneling, these angled curved lines, fabrication. Also, big hats off to the designer and the architect of this property. I love this house. What can I say? I mean, I've been pointing out all these architectural details, and we're gonna see more.
Yeah, really nice. Close that door. Show everyone what it looks like when it's closed.
You mean the paneling here?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you can make it look very seamless.
Honestly, when I first came in here, I saw the staircase and I didn't realize there was a balcony there.
Just like that.
Really cool.
All right, let's open it up. I wanna take everybody outside because this terrace is really cool. There you go. Let's go outside. This terrace gets a really unique view. We're facing the north. 𝗕𝗏𝗃𝗏 is right in front of us. We're only a couple hundred meters away from it. And look how charming this village looks.
Beautiful view. Very nice view of this village. I really like it.
Downs on the back, all these trees. It's so peaceful and quiet up here. I'm really loving the scenery here.
Very picturesque, very nice. Also, I want to mention that there is a cable car that runs from this town down to Lake Como. So
it takes like 5 minutes to go down there.
That's right.
To the town of 𝗖𝗹𝗃𝗏, I believe.
𝗖𝗃𝗃𝗏. If you want to go check out the lake, it's like a 5-minute gondola ride.
That's true.
Imagine living in this town, like just looking over the lake like this.
Sounds very relaxing and calming. Honestly, I can picture it.
From where I came from, honestly, you came from a very beautiful place in Turkey. Where I came from, it's a whole different world, you know?
He's from Texas, yeah. I don't think Texas can compete with Lake Como.
Yeah, and I just realized, Mikey, look at these houses. They're even on a higher elevation.
See, my point. There's endless amount of supply. You could have plenty of houses with this same view. Land, it's a big parcel of land. That's going to be more difficult, but that's the whole comparison I'm trying to make you guys understand as far as valuations goes. There's just limited amount of spaces of flat land on the lake, right? And that will always limit the supply for your purchase. Now, we'll talk about at the end of the video, if you want to visit Lake Como, which one you should rent or which one I would and my reasons why.
Breathtaking out here. And that's it for the terrace. I actually want to take everybody back to the landing so we can continue our tour on this side. We have another seating area here. This is the screening room. 2 skylights above, exposed roof beams, built-in seating right here, comfortable couch.
All right, very pleasant surprise. I'm really, really happy they have this third floor. It's really necessary because I was getting really worried. And this overall, the rooftop, again, it has kind of a weird ceiling, but I'm so happy that it at least has the space because it feels really cozy. The whole family could, all the family could congregate over here, hang out, and there's a pool table. You can hang out. It seems like there's a terrace outside. Very good. Like, it really needed this. Without this, I wouldn't have really rated this property that high because staying in your bedrooms is just one thing, but you need that one space where everyone comes together.
This is your screening room. This is where you sit down, relax, and watch TV.
Yeah, we are gonna try to sit down and relax in here at some point.
At some point.
See, this is like, you can see the depth. It's open. There's no columns, and very smart actually, because you know, it seems like it has a wooden roof. The rest is stone and concrete, or I don't know what material they used when they were building this, but it seems to have this level is a wooden structure where it doesn't have that many columns because it's not supporting that much weight except the ceiling or the roof. So you get these open spaces finally. Well done. Very, very happy about this.
This level is really nice. That door right there opens up to a powder room. For this level, we have this door opening up to a small terrace with an outdoor fireplace. And then we have the staircase here taking us to the second lounge.
Look at this. Yeah, see, again, thank God for this space, because without it, honestly, I would have had major thoughts about it. But this really completes the property. It really does.
Now, let's continue our tour. We have this door opening up to the outdoor terrace bar, island in the center, stone fabricated, bar seating. Sink is located right here, and coming to this side we have this elevated platform for additional seating, countertop space. And do I need to say more about these views? I mean, it's fantastic. We have the lake down below us.
Okay, you can't really see anything from this bar. You would break your neck like hanging out there, but I'm glad it has the space, right? Like, you need some outdoor spaces over there, but you're really in the sky now. Like, lake is just it's you know, below your feet.
Helicopters, seaplanes, tender for you to go explore the lake. Whatever activities you want, they can pretty much package it into one and really allow you to enjoy Lake Como and enjoy this property. Now, this is where your grounds start. We have this driveway that brings you to the motor court. This property is gated. We have additional parking on the other side. And if you look this way, we have a nice kids play area with a tree house, zip line. That way kids can have fun here too.
I love the acreage. I love how they give utility to the land. Kids area is a must for families, and that's what's going to be attracted to come over here, because you know, you're differentiating yourself. To get this much land on the lakeside would be ridiculously expensive. So if you're a big family, you're coming with a lot of kids, this property you can, you know, have the kids play around in the woods and not worry about them. A really cool use of space.
And lastly, this walkway takes you to the pool house. This pool house and this outdoor space is phenomenal. The structure here was part of the remodel process that this property went through a few years ago. We have the stone terrace here, sun loungers, glass railing, umbrellas, more of these breathtaking views. Right in the center, we have this infinity edge pool with a Baja shelf. It looks so inviting. This pool is also heated. We have a jacuzzi on the other side. It's so cool that house was built in 1909.
Wait a minute, the jacuzzi blended into the pool? It seemed like open. That would be pretty hard to, you know, you have to heat up the whole entire freaking pool, which would take hours. But overall, I love this space. I don't mind the fact that it's separated from the main house. If you're on vacation, you can, you know, take a little walk, you know, to get there, and it kind of, you can set the story because it's a lot more modern over here. So the separation, I don't mind. Infinity edge pool is good. Might scare a few parents. I would be fine with it. Overall, it blends in with the backyard. The kids could go play around, come back to the pool, go out. That indoor-outdoor flow is really, really good with the pool house. Really, really cool space.
Then you have this brand new structure, but the way they designed it, it's very timeless. You can see the stone retaining back wall, and it blends in nicely with the rest of the property. Coming this way, more lounging chairs, outdoor dining area with an awning above. And now let's go check out the pool house itself. We have the kitchen on the...
All right, before I go to the pool house, I have some news with you guys. And I waited till this part of the video because only the real ones stay this long. About 30-40% of you are watching right now, and you are the hardcore supporters of the channel, so I wanted to talk to you guys about this. I'm starting channel membership. What you can do is I see a lot of suggestions in the video, which I take very seriously and I look at. But I'm going to be doing live stream, members only live streams on the channel where you could come in, do the research with me, suggest the property, I could analyze it, we could make the video together. I might not find it suitable for the channel, but I'll give you a quick rundown. We can watch a video together. But even more importantly than that, if you have a house you want to buy or sell, you could ask me in the members only, depending which level you get, but you could ask me questions about a property you want to buy or a property you want to sell, where I'll give you advice in front of everybody else and tell you what I think about the property. I think it's a very reasonably priced for having an expert by your side who will give you unbiased view.
𝗕𝗓 gas cooktop, oven down below, ton of cabinetry, 2 sinks, dishwasher, and it's nice to have a kitchen at the pool house. That way your chef can cook here and serve the food. You don't have to go to the main house.
I really love the finishes on this stone. It's so raw and primal and like just, it looks like the exterior of the building. Very beautiful. Again, very well done. You got to give it to the Italians. They know what they're doing with the finishes and everything. Just again, maybe not the craftsmanship there, but just putting the color palettes together, the materials next to each other, the lighting, they get this stuff right in the ultra high end over there. So I really, really like this.
Right across from the kitchen, your seating area, fireplace around the corner. Then we have these sliding glass doors opening up this entire section to the views and to your infinity edge pool. And look at this, you can just sit down here, read a book. You can just dive into your pool, hang out with your friends. And also we're about 1.5 hours away from Milan.
All right, let me tell you guys, if I was gonna Airbnb in Lake Como, most likely I would have got a place on the lake, on this price caliber. Why? Because I think the most important element living on a lake is how annoying it is to go to the other side of the lake if you don't have a boat. And the whole aspect where your wife could say, hey, go get some tomatoes from the supermarket. You jump on the boat, you go to the market, you get some tomatoes, you come back. I think that element and all the water activities you can do with your kids, it really, really change it. But if you are a celebrity, right, or if you're an influencer where you want to take a lot of gorgeous pictures, you're probably not going to see views this crazy by the lake. It's going to be a different type of view. I personally prefer that view, but this is a lot more dramatic and serious. And also, if you're a very famous or a public person, you're going to have a lot more privacy up here than on the lake. And remember, on the lake side, you're going to get less sun during the days, and there's going to have a lot more natural light over here. And most likely, apples to apple, around the same price point, the villa you're going to get on the lake is going to be smaller than this villa. So you got to kind of calculate how many people you're taking with you, how many people is not going to come with you, and figure out the expenses that way. But do you know what I even like more than my own channel? The comment section of my own channel. No, I'm kidding, but I'm really not, because in the comment section, a lot of locals leave comments that there just would have never been a way for me to find out, like exactly how close you are to other elements or traffic or other elements that you wouldn't know. So I'll see you guys in the comment section. And if you want to become a channel member, I'm pretty sure it's going to get started by next week. So come and join, and I would love to be a resource to help you guys. See you in the comment section. Take care.